This video is for anyone who previously had media saved to Boardmaker Online. Boardmaker Online is now retired because the software has changed. Now everyone is using the program version called Boardmaker 7. If you had a ton of media saved to Boardmaker Online, it can be really frustrating that you've just lost all of those pictures or graphics or whatever the case may be. You might have pictures of staff members or pictures of kids or pictures of food, whatever. I'm going to show you how to get that from Boardmaker Online to your computer. Now it is a bit futzy. It's a couple of steps, but for the most part, if your children or students or adults are used to those photos, it might save you time than trying to take a million photographs again of everything. Again, if you find this helpful, great. If you just want to start over, watch my other video on how to insert photos from your computer. All right, first off, let's click on a symbol. And for this, you're going to click on the symbol menu, My Media, Add Media. Now what it's going to do is it's going to take me to my Boardmaker Online account. Now the program doesn't run anymore, but all my files are still here. My screen might look a little bit different because I'm an administrator, so this screen may look slightly different from yours, but everyone will have this menu up here that says My Boardmaker. That's what you need to click on. So if you click on My Boardmaker, you can see a tab that says My Media. My Media will have all of the photos that you've taken. Obviously there's 272 different photos here that you can insert of various pictures. And we are going to work right now with this cute little koala. Click to open your koala here. Now what happens and what's tricky, if you right-click a photo, you can save it to your computer. Fantastic, great, let's do that. Save image as, I'm going to save it as koala 1, just because I have another koala in my picture file already here. So koala 1, it says that it's going to save it as a JPEG, which Boardmaker should accept. However, it doesn't actually save it as a JPEG. Let me show you what I mean. If I click Save, and you'll note down here, it saves it as a JFIF. And a JFIF, for those of you technical people out there, it's a compressed version of a JPEG. So Boardmaker's trying to save space. So many users have uploaded photographs to their website, so they try and save space by compressing or making that file smaller. The problem is when you go to download it, a JFIF won't work in Boardmaker. So it's really frustrating. And you may say, well, look, I already downloaded this. Why isn't it coming up? So let me show you what I mean here. If I go to Boardmaker and I go to the Properties panel, Add Symbol, From File, my koala is not here. I downloaded it. You all saw I had 2 koalas in that folder. They are not showing up. Really frustrating. It's not because you have the wrong type of file. Image files should show up. I don't know why they've done this, why this is so hard for users. They should have made this transition easier. However, let me show you how to fix it. To do this, you have to get completely out of Boardmaker. You can leave it running, but we're doing this process outside of Boardmaker. What I recommend is that you download as many photos as you want from Boardmaker Online. If you go through here and let's say we want to download the hat as well, that one's going to download as a PNG, so that one actually worked. But let's say we're doing, okay, here's a picture of a quiet room. Again, downloads as a JFIF. So anything that's a JPEG that you uploaded is going to download as this compressed file. Go ahead, find all of the photos that you want in your My Media, download them all together. It will make this next step easier. Hang in there, let's do this next step, and once you do it a few times, it's going to make a lot more sense. Now I'm using Google Chrome and all of my pictures downloaded here, but however you set up your downloads you have to find that folder. I'm going to click on my File Explorer to find my picture folder, which is where I download everything. So go into your File Explorer, locate whatever folder your pictures are in, and here you will see, all right, I've got koala and I've got quiet room and I have my hat. Now the hat is a PNG. It doesn't get compressed. It's a smaller file size. Boardmaker doesn't have any trouble with those. So this is only, once again, for these JFIF files. And if you move your cursor over one and hover over it, it will tell you the file type. So here you can see this photo is a JPEG. That one would work in Boardmaker. This one is a JFIF. Doesn't work. To get this, again, move your mouse over the picture and let it go, and then the window will pop up and tell you what kind of file type it is. That's if you're viewing them as thumbnails. Just in case your computer's different and you have, for example, a list here, if your File Explorer looks like this, the information's right here. This one's a PNG, this one is a JFIF, this one is a JPG. So again, you might have a file list or you might have icons. I set my photos to icons so I can quickly see them. Next step, open the picture that you want. Just double click it and it will open, typically, unless you've changed it, Microsoft Photos. So this is a built-in free Windows program. If yours doesn't open to this, you're going to have to find a different way to do this. But for most people, if you double click on a file in File Explorer, it's going to open it into My Photos. Once you're in the Photos app, click on the three dots, Save As, and here you see again, it says JFIF. Click on the file type, save it as JPG. Click Save, and that's it. Done. Let me show you one more time. With our koala here, double click the JFIF, three dots, Save As, change the file type to JPG. Save, and you're done. You don't really see anything happening because it's just saving it in the background. So the real test is, if you go back into your File Explorer folder, you should now have a couple copies. Here's my JPEG. Here's my JFIF. JFIF. Oops. JPEG. All right. You know you did it right if you end up with double copies of your pictures, and that's perfectly fine. Won't take up a lot of space. Go back to Boardmaker. Click on your symbol. Add symbol. From File. And if we did it right, we'll see Mr. Koala and the quiet room here. Yep. And then just edit text for your symbol label. I know it's a little fiddly, it takes a little bit of time, but if you want to reuse those photos that you spent hours taking and editing and cropping and uploading, it is a quick fix comparatively. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below and I will try and help you out.